Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is having a great Friday morning. My name is Erin, and I'm coming to you from Dances with Wool, which is a local yarn store just outside the city of Richmond in Central Virginia. And this is our weekly Inspire Me segment, where we look to give you a bit of inspiration to help kickstart maybe a new project for you, introduce you to a new yarn as we get ready to head into the weekend. As always, we want to remind you that we have both in-store shopping hours, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We also have a website where you can shop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in your pajamas, and we offer both flat rate shipping, as well as we still do offer store pickup if that would be easier for you. So we just today want to talk a little bit about a really neat sweater pattern. I've got two samples sitting behind me. You may have caught our live earlier in the week. Our Chelsea Yarns trunk show is here, and it is gorgeous. A lot of you have already come and shopped it. It will be here through Thursday, so if you haven't had a chance to come and shop yet, you still do. The trunk show will be here through next Thursday, August 12th. Will be the last day of the trunk show. But some of the samples that Christina sent is two samples of this sweater pattern that's sitting here behind me, and we decided we want to talk to you about this because it's a great sweater. A lot of folks have been buying yarn for it, and so we wanted to introduce you to Material Girl. This is a pattern by Shaina Bilow, and there are actually two versions of the same sweater, just at two different gauges. This one here is a fingering weight version of the sweater. It uses just a fingering weight yarn. And then this version here is the DK weight version of the pattern. So it's written to a heavier gauge for DK weight yarn. But this particular sample behind me, you can probably see all those fun little slubs, was knit with a Chelsea Luxe Yarns duet. So this is one of the things that Christina sent us. This is two skeins of yarn twisted together. It's her cobblestone slub base and then a coordinating skein of her mohair silk base. So this is an option to do the DK weight version of the sweater. You could use just a DK weight yarn held by itself, or you can pair a fingering weight yarn with either a mohair silk or a Surrey alpaca silk lace weight, hold the two yarns together, and that will work up to a DK weight gauge. So this is a really fabulous pattern. It's designed to have about 10 inches of positive ease, which means that the finished size of the sweater is going to be about 10 inches larger than your actual full bust measurement. So it gives you a lot of room. It's meant to fit kind of like your favorite sweatshirt or baseball t-shirt. It's a very simple pattern. It's knit from the top down with raglan increases on the sleeves. This sample's got a short sleeve on it. This sample's got a slightly longer, probably almost elbow length sleeve. There is a full length sleeve option written into the pattern. So if you would like full length sleeves, the pattern will tell you exactly how to do that. Do be aware though that the yardages that are given assume that you're going to put a shorter sleeve, one of these two sleeves on it. So if you want full length sleeves, you'll have to buy a little bit more yarn to make sure that you have enough to put those sleeves on it. But it's a really, really great pattern. If you don't have a whole lot of sweater knitting experience, this would be a great pattern to do. It's very simple, very straightforward. And you've got a lot of options, which is why we wanted to talk to you about it, because there are some, like I said, there's two different versions of the pattern. So when you go to buy this pattern from Ravelry, make sure you buy the correct version. Make sure you look for the fingering weight version if you're just going to use fingering weight by itself, or the DK weight version if you're just going to use a DK, or if you're going to hold a fingering together with a fuzzy yarn to get that gauge. Make sure you buy the correct version of the pattern. We don't want you buying the wrong version. But again, it's really simple. And so, like I said, for the fingering weight version, we still have a ton of beautiful options from the Chelsea Luxe Yarns trunk show, or as you can see a little bit behind me, we have a whole wall of fingering weight yarn, all kinds of beautiful options. But this is the kind of sweater that looks nice in pretty much anything because it is so simple. There's no stitch patterning or anything you have to worry about. It would look equally beautiful in a really highly variegated colorway, or a more softly speckled colorway, or a semi-solid tonal colorway. Really, the yarn is going to get to shine in this pattern, so you can pick anything. But we have lots of great options still. We have a lot of Christina's Chelsea Luxe 80-10-10, which is an 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon base, as well as a whole host of assortments in the shop. We also still have a lot of the duets. So when you look at the duets, if you're going to buy the duets to work this sweater, you're looking at the yardage. What you're going to do is that if, say, your size calls for, say, 900 yards of yarn, you're going to want to look at, you're going to need 900 yards of each of your yarns, okay? So if you're going to hold the two together, you have to make sure that you have the amount the pattern calls for in your fingering and in your mohair. All right, and we'll help you do that calculation. But you want to make sure that you've got enough in both, because you're going to be holding them together. So that way, each yarn has to have that amount of yarn. The slub yarn used in the samples, was that material, Miss with the slub yarn, okay, was that Material Girl? So yes, so the slub yarn that they used, this sample behind me, the purplish bluish one, that was knit in a duet, Chelsea Luxe Yarns duet. The color is called Stonewash. I have exactly 3 duets of that colorway left, all right? So basically I've got 1 sweater's worth of duets left if you like this exact color. But yes, that's what this was knit in. It was knit in a duet. But you can also just use DK. If the idea of knitting with the mohair, if you look at that and go, it's beautiful, but as I had one customer tell me, I would sweat to death if I had a full mohair sweater like that. You can get the DK weight version of the pattern and just use DK weight yarn held by itself. We have lots of beautiful options. We just got some new Machete Shop Dirty DK in. This is Urban Girl. We've got Little Fox. Of course, we always have those. So we've got lots of beautiful DK weight hand dye options. We also have a lot of great other more commercial yarn options in DK. This would be a beautiful sweater in Scout by Kelborn Woolens, which is a non-superwash wool. But we have lots of options. So if you would like to do the DK weight sweater, which of course is going to use slightly bigger needles, knit up maybe a little bit faster than just a fingering weight sweater, but you don't want to use the mohair, we have tons of options of DK as well. Now, as I said, it's a very easy pattern, top down, so it's easy to modify the length, knit it a little bit shorter, knit it a little bit longer. It's easy to modify the sleeves, put short sleeves, put long sleeves on it. Just make sure that you check the yardages in the pattern, and if you're going to modify, knit it longer. Although this is not a cropped pattern, guys. This is not designed to be a cropped sweater. It's intended to hit mid-hip. So don't go in automatically thinking you're going to have to lengthen it. Make sure you check the pattern schematics, because it's not designed to be cropped. Although you could crop it very easily. You could knit it shorter and make it a cropped sweater. But if you're going to add any length to either the sleeves or the body, you do want to make sure that you purchase enough yarn in order to do that. As I said, the Chelsea Luxe Trunk Show is here through Thursday. If you cannot shop in person, if you don't live locally to us, then you can go to our website, which we linked in the comments below, and you can check, there's a banner at the top of the page that says click here to make your virtual shopping appointments, and you can book a virtual shopping appointment with us. We do those via Zoom. They're very simple. You just get an email with a link. You just click it at your appointment time, takes you straight to the Zoom room. You don't have to do anything else. They're very successful. We've had a couple of folks who have done virtual shopping appointments with us already this week and have been very satisfied. So we are happy to do that for you. If you are not local, that is the best way to shop the Trunk Show, because we can show you everything. It's easier for you to get a sense of colors. We can help you if you need help calculating yardage for a sweater, say, we can help you do that on a virtual shopping appointment. So we hope everybody is having a great weekend. This is a busy season for us. We've got more trunk shows coming. We're getting ready to put up classes for the fall. The James River Yarn Crawl is coming up in a month, so I would encourage you, if you do not already get our weekly email newsletter, you can sign up for that on our website. It comes out on Monday afternoons, and it's one of the best ways to keep up with everything that we're doing at the shop to make sure you don't miss out on anything. So everybody's having a great weekend, and we will see you all next week for another Inspire Me.